I'm filming this video today. This is a video that's not really going to be about Bitcoin. It's not really going to be about crypto. It's going to be a serious topic, a serious conversation that I wanted to have, that I felt compelled to film this. It's just me today, not Troy, specifically because I have direct insight into this topic that I'm talking about. For those of you that are not aware, Ben Armstrong, who is the CEO, founder, partner of Bitboy Crypto, was removed from his company today due to a relapse of substance use. For those of you that don't know, Ben was in recovery for 15 years, around 15 or so years from substance abuse. He, like many that struggle from active addiction, he was arrested, he had legal issues, he was in and out of rehab, life was not great, to say the least. And he was able to turn his life around. He was able to work a program of recovery. He was able to get sober. He was able to get married, have kids, create the biggest or one of the biggest crypto channels in the Bitcoin space, turn his financial future around, make himself a millionaire, build his family a new home, coaching his sons, travel, baseball, all the good things that come along with being in recovery. And it's very unfortunate. And Troy messaged me today and let me know if I seen it. I was doing a lot of yard work today, and I hadn't been on social media to see, and I was just like, I was honestly, I was just stunned. And even the fact that, for those who don't know, I've been in the field of addiction as a counselor for the past 13 years. I work in an inpatient rehab in the area, literally down the street from my house. I've been doing that for about 6 years in a hospital setting. So I see what addiction does to people. I see what it does to families. I see, people that want to get better that, sometimes just can't get it, can't. And sometimes they die. Unfortunately, a lot of times they die. And this is what the disease of addiction does. And I felt compelled to make this video because I'm going on, Bitboy Crypto's Twitter, and I'm just on crypto and Bitcoin Twitter period, and I'm just seeing people bash Ben. And I get it, Ben's a polarizing figure and people dislike Ben for a plethora of reasons, but the stuff that I'm seeing people say about him because he relapsed is just garbage. Like, I can confidently say that every single person that's watching this video right now, or even every single person that's commenting about Ben, probably has been affected in some way, directly or indirectly, by addiction themselves. I'm not saying that they were an addict, but I'm sure they know one. I'm sure maybe a family member or a friend or somebody in their circle has been affected. And this just doesn't help, man. And, in the last 15 to 20 years, we have made a lot of positive strides in the field of addiction with how we treat it and the options that are available, medication options, treatment options, just the overall understanding. But even with that, we still got so far to go. One of the toughest things for an addict is the people that are close to them, the family members, the friends, and the judgments that they make and how they get treated by those people, let alone the general public that just piles on them. I mean, think about going through your worst thing ever and then just having people just pile on while you're going through that. Like, it's a bad look, man. You can dislike Ben for, all the reasons that, I stated. Maybe you don't like the coins he's talked about, you don't like his channel, you don't like how he's boisterous, but to pile on him because the guy relapsed and he's basically like at risk of losing everything that he's built, turning his life around, and now he might have to start all over again. Like, it's not a good look, man. It's just not a good look. And I, like I said, I when Troy texted me, the first thing I did was I wanted to see what people were saying, because I know how cruel people can be when it comes to addiction, and I hate to say that I wasn't surprised. And the next thought was, I felt like I had to make a video. I know people, they might just scroll past because I'm always talking about Bitcoin and crypto, but I hope that if somebody watches this video and they know somebody, either themselves or a family member or a friend, that's been affected by addiction, that maybe they share this video and somebody else can see it. And the message of this video is that people need to be treated with compassion, not judgment. Judgment doesn't do anybody any good, man. When somebody's going through it and they're struggling with addiction, man, they're struggling with demons, and the judgment is not helpful. They need to be supported. There needs to be compassion, and you know, they if they want to get help, man, they need people there to help guide them towards that help. And you know, bashing people with the disease of addiction is just, it's not it, man. It's just not it. And you know, people are dying from this, and you know, I can speak from a personal place, man. Being in this field for as long as I have, I couldn't even tell you how many people have died that I've treated or been a part of treating. And this disease is no joke. And the fact that somebody like Ben, who turned his life around and ascended to the top of a field and still succumbed to an addiction after prolonged, sustained recovery, is just how cunning, baffling, and powerful this disease is. And we shouldn't be piling on people that are struggling. And if you got people in your life that are struggling, man, bashing them and talking shit about them, and it's not it, man. It's not it. If that's the one point I could drive home in this video, is that people should stop all that and you know, take a look at what's going on in your side of the fence before you start judging what's going on the other side of the fence. We're all just one bad situation away from being addicts ourselves, and the judgment, it ain't it, man. It ain't it. I hope Ben gets better. I hope he gets back on the horse and he can get back on recovery and eventually maybe get back to doing Bitcoin and crypto and all that later on. But right now, I just hope he makes it through and he doesn't become a statistic and he can rebuild. And that's it, guys. Thank you.